What's going on, everybody? Gentleman94 here. Welcome back to the channel and a very special video today. This is my official entry into the SpiffyTiffy buddy build. And you can see here we are looking at Friday, July 14th, a little bit in the evening, 9:50. And we're going to take a look at the kit today. Now, this is, of course, an unopened kit. I have not started this. This is no way, shape, anywhere near being even remotely opened. We got a good look at the box here. Everything looks good. Limited edition by Eduard, the 1/48 scale Tiffy. As you can see here, it is still wrapped. It is still stickered closed. I have not opened this yet. So let's go ahead and let's open this bad boy up and we'll get a look at it. And I'm very excited to go ahead and jump in on this group build because I have yet to complete a group build. I tried one group build back, a few years ago. Ended up, life got crazy and I was able to finish the kit. Still have it. We'll one day finish it, but for right now, this will be my first, hopefully finished group build that I'm going to work on. So let's take a look at the model. Now, I know this one is actually a reboxing of the Hasegawa plastic, but with Eduard detail parts and whatnot. So let's take a look at it and see what it is that we have in store for us. And first thing out of the box, looks like a little bag of our resin parts. Let's open these up here for everybody. So we have a few different alternate parts. Here's a tail wheel here. Looks like we have two versions of that. Hopefully you can get a good picture of that on camera. And it's nice looking, very detailed. It's a different type of resin material, looks like. Interesting. It's a nice looking little piece. So let's check the other one too. Let's put this away first. I don't want to damage any of these. Here's the second one. It's a little different. Put that back in the bag. There we are. And we have, looks like exhaust stubs for the engine. Very nicely molded, very nicely detailed. But I mean, I expect that out of Eduard parts. And let's get a close-up of these here. Now you see we have two different sets of wheels. That's kind of cool. Now onto the plastic here. We got one gigantic poly bag. Just one. Here's our instruction manual. Full color, nice booklet. We're going to take a look at that in probably more detail later. Oh, look at this color picture of a Messerschmitt G2. Very nice. Desert camo. So we'll flip to this again now. We'll take a look at it more detail here. It's got color profiles. Very cool. All right. Put that aside for right now, though. I don't want to get into it too quick. Here we have our brass parts. And these are looking really cool. Let me zoom in here for you guys. Yeah, brass parts. There's a seat and a couple of odds and ends. There's a seat cushion. Here we have the instrument flight deck area. So we have our instrument panels, our seat belts. Very cool. It's all printed up for us, painted up for us, ready to go. So that's neat. Put that aside. Here's our decals. Looks pretty decent. I don't notice anything too crazy. Everything seems to be in register. So yeah, everything looks good. I'm not going to take them out of the package just yet. I don't want to damage them, but we have decals. And we have our masks for the clear parts. So that's very nice. Usually I just make my own, but in this case, we'll use these. All right, so let's open this bad boy up and let's see what the plastic looks like. Now, like I said before, this is Hasegawa reboxing. So this should be decent plastic. I've never built the Hasegawa Typhoon kit, but if this is the plastic, if it goes well, maybe I'll build another one. You never know. Here are the clear parts. You can see here we've got the canopy, both open and closed. I'm going to do the open one, especially if I put a lot of effort into the cockpit. I want it to look, visible. So everything looks good. No, I don't see any major scratches. Everything's on the sprue, which is always nice. Looks like we got some bombs here. Oh, just one bomb. Typical British bomb with that circular fin in the back. And here is a fuselage. We got a little odds and ends, different parts, but the main thing is, let's look at that fuselage. It looks good. Panel lines are restrained. I like that. It's got those stiffening areas in the back there where the tail meets the fuselage. Those are very well, nicely molded. Everything looks good. Let's see what else. Got some odds and ends. Looks like the rear bulkhead. Some antennas, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to look at it when we get closer to it. Other half of the fuselage. Again, this little insert area, this bothers me. See, these go together like this, and the insert will go inside there. So that could cause a couple panel line issues, maybe some gap issues, maybe on the corners here. That's going to be a troubled area. I'm going to have to watch out for that because I don't want to, have a big gap in the middle of my fuselage. Looks like we got the wings here looking good. Nicely molded. Here's one of those inserts I was talking about. Looks like they come in 2 pieces too. Interesting. Nothing on the back. That's fine. Everything looks good. Here are the landing gears there and there. Plastic feels good. Plastic feels smooth. Don't have any issues with that. Got the gun mounts here for the cannons. Even has the landing gear lights. There's the exhaust stub that comes with the kit, which isn't too bad, but the resin piece is obviously more detailed, so I'll probably use the resin piece. Keep these for the spare box. What else we got? Oh, got another bomb. So we have 2 bombs. Same kit sprues, nothing big. Put those aside. Here is the bottom of the wing, and looking good as well. Pretty detailed. We've got some detail on the wheel wells and detail on the gun ejection ports here. Let me get a closer look for you guys because these are pretty nice looking. So, and on the back. So let me zoom in for you guys here. All right, so yeah, nice restrained panel lines. We've got the detail there for the shell ejection, and that's looking pretty good. It's a landing light of some sort, I suppose. And the gun openings. It looks awesome. Here is the first of 2 of these sprues. We have the rear stabilizers and, there's the wheels on here as well. Interesting. Yeah, it's plastic feels good. I don't really have a problem with it. Sometimes you get these plastics that are really rough and difficult to use. It looks like this one's going to be pretty easy. Looks good. I like the look of it. We got 2 of these sprues. You can see the existing kit wheels are not too bad. Again, though, I'm going to replace them with these. I think these are the better of the 2 wheels, of course. But yeah, I like the look of this. They even come weighted, which is nice. All right, here is the propeller and the propeller nose. Looks interesting. Looks good. Everything's clean and crisp, smooth. We have a couple parts that fell off the trees. I don't know where they came from, but a few parts. I mean, that happens from time to time. But the seat here, this is the kit seat we're not going to use because we got the photo etch one that we're going to try to use. And here is the existing kit control panel. Let's check it out here. It's not too bad. I mean, I might be able to keep it for a spares box, but if I just had this kit with no other photo etch, this would be fine. I'd be able to dry brush that. It'd be fine. There are the wheels again, 5-spoke pattern with the slight weighted bulge at the bottom there. Very cool. I mean, not bad for a kit wheel. Hasegawa does have some nice plastic. All right, let's take a look at the instruction manual. This is for the basic information, introduction to the kit, and then let's look at the inside. We've got our part breakdown. Goes through all of our resin parts, what parts we're going to use, what we're not going to use, our photo etch, and our masks. So it looks pretty good. Moving on to the cockpit. Pretty simple, but again, lots of information, lots of parts. Inside detailing is going to be a lot on this kit, it looks like. All right, moving on. Let's see, we got more cockpit stuff. Interior sidewalls, that's nice. A lot of paint callouts, that's cool. Got our fuselage, dropping the cockpit sub-assemblies in. Got your intakes. Looking nice, looking nice. We got the wings over here. Yep, little fiddly bits for the wing parts. Landing gear doors, all that good stuff. Very nice. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, more fiddly bits. That's okay. I'm always getting nervous about putting on those guns, but that's cool. But we do have different versions. We have the bombs we can put on. We have the gun versions we have put on. And different types of guns depending on the version we build. So that's going to have to do some research on that because I don't know a lot about the Typhoons, to be honest. So I need to look up some research material on that. It's got the cockpit area, got the rear, headrest. And then we got our final finishing touches. We got how to place our masks, installation of the canopy and the propeller and the exhaust stubs. So color profiles. What do we got in the color profiles? Well, we have different versions, of course, and they're all generally the same. Here's the information about the aircraft. Then you got the subject and you got the paint callouts. So pretty standard. This is the one I was actually thinking about building. This one right here. This is it's interesting because it's got the white nose, and I like the white nose. That might be kind of cool to weather. I don't know how to do it, but it'd be fun to learn. Again, got your standard paint callouts. The version next to it, you can see the white, and this just has the black for the different invasion stripes. That's interesting. I've never seen that before, so do my research on that. Got the yellow stripe there on the wing, so it should be fun. Though this is, like I said, this is one I'm interested in building. But they have other cool versions in here. There's one here. That's still about the same. This is cool. It's a black version on the bottom there. It's black paint. Would be fun to build. But again, I like the other one, the white nose, a little bit better. Here's one with bombs and guns. Always kind of fun. I don't know if I'm going to mount the bombs on the other ones. I'll have to look and see. And our last one here, again, bombs and guns, white and black invasion stripes. So, I don't know. These are all really pretty aircraft. I mean, they're good paint schemes. I don't know which one to do, but I'm really leaning towards that white nose one. And finally, we have our stenciling. All the stenciling markings. And there's not a lot on these aircraft for some reason. So, then that's it. G2 colored advertisement. That's the instruction manual. It's pretty straightforward, very detailed. And that's about the kit, everybody. That's what we got. So, 1/48 scale, Eduard reboxing of the Hawker Typhoon, limited edition car door version, the Tiffy for the SpiffyTiffy buddy build. So that's going to be exciting. I like building 1/48 scale, and this is perfect. I know a lot of guys are building larger ones, some smaller ones. It just depends. But I'm going to throw my hat in on the ring with this 1/48 scale Tiffy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at it. Again, I'm going to be building this one here with the white nose. Do a little research on it. See if I can't find some real world pictures of it. Would be great. But do you guys have any suggestions? You guys built the kit before? Any trouble areas you want to let me know? I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, we're going to crack into this eventually. So we'll see you back here soon. Thanks for watching.